faces under the bright sun. Tables, laden with an endless array of delicacies, stretch into the distance, promising a feast beyond imagination. Servants move with elegant precision, pouring rich wine from ornate amphorae into sparkling goblets. The air is thick with the intoxicating aromas of roasted meats and sweet pastries, a symphony for the senses. Laughter and music intertwine, painting a vivid picture of a city united in celebration, a testament to the king's boundless generosity. Inside the Susa Palace, the women's quarters shimmer with an opulent feast, a sanctuary of lavish beauty. Queen Vashti, a vision of elegance and grace, moves through the vibrant scene, her presence commanding yet serene. Her regal composure is a stark contrast to the distant, boisterous sounds of a male celebration, a world apart. She carries herself with an unmistakable air of independence, her spirit untamed, her gaze steady and unwavering. The soft rustle of her rich garments echoes the quiet strength of her character, a queen in her own right. Amidst the grandeur, Queen Vashti embodies a quiet defiance, a woman of power in a gilded cage. The opulent banquet hall of Susa Palace, adorned with rich tapestries, gleams under the festive lights, alive with music and laughter. King Xerxes, flushed with wine, grins broadly from his throne, gesturing with a jeweled goblet, his eyes sparkling with mirth. The air, thick with roasted meats and sweet wine, hums with the excited expectation of the assembled guests. King Xerxes commands, his voice echoing through the hall, "Bring Queen Vashti before me, in her royal crown." His decree reverberates, so that all may gaze upon her beauty, sealing the momentous request with a flourish. In the opulent Susa Palace women's quarters, flickering oil lamps cast long shadows, revealing lavish tapestries and rich furnishings. Vashti stands motionless, her regal robes a cascade of silent defiance, her usual serenity replaced by an unyielding resolve. Her eyes, usually soft, now burn with a fierce, quiet rebellion, reflecting the king's summons to parade before a drunken court. The air crackles with her unspoken refusal, a powerful challenge to royal decree, a silent storm brewing. Her unwavering stance is a stark, powerful declaration against the king's prideful command, a queen's ultimate refusal. In the opulent Susa Palace throne room, Xerxes sits, his face a chilling mask of wounded pride and recent humiliation. Before him, a solemn assembly of advisors stands, their faces etched with grave concern. Memucan, sagacious and direct, steps forward, his voice a chilling pronouncement. "Your Majesty, Vashti's defiance, if left unpunished, will spread like a plague among the women of your empire." His words hang heavy in the air. They will see her insolence as an example to disregard their own husbands. Advisor 2 urges, "We must act decisively, Your Majesty. Remove Vashti from her royal position." Advisor 3 adds, "And issue a decree, one that cannot be repealed, asserting male authority in every household throughout your kingdom." Royal messengers gallop through Susa's bustling streets, their horses' hooves clattering on cobblestones, a parchment scroll clutched tight. They bear the royal edict, proclaiming Vashti dethroned and enforcing male rule throughout the empire. The news spreads like wildfire, igniting whispers and murmurs among the onlookers as power dynamics shift. The decree is carried to every province, in every language, marking a significant and dramatic shift in the empire. In the opulent palace, royal advisors, their faces etched with contemplation, gather in hushed tones, their whispers filling the air. Xerxes' initial fury has transformed into a quiet determination, his gaze fixed on a new path. They propose a new course of action, a grand search for beautiful young virgins from every province. In the bustling marketplace, a royal decree is read aloud, its pronouncements echoing amidst the clamor of vendors and citizens. In a modest room, flickering oil lamp casts dancing shadows, illuminating a quiet, tense conversation. Hadassah, with her quiet strength, listens intently, her gaze fixed on Morai. Morai's face is etched with concern, his eyes gentle yet firm, as he speaks of a grave secret. He implores, "Remember, Hadassah, you are now Esther, and your true heritage, that must remain a secret." Hadassah, now Esther, nods solemnly. "I understand, Morai. I will be careful." The opulent women's quarters of Susa Palace hum with activity, a gilded cage for new arrivals. Young women, a sea of anxious faces, are ushered into the lavish chambers, their futures uncertain. Among them, Esther stands, her eyes wide with apprehension yet composed, a quiet strength in her demeanor. She is placed under the stern, watchful gaze of Haggai, the keeper of these delicate flowers. Esther's humility and inherent grace set her apart, a subtle radiance amidst the grandeur. Her quiet dignity immediately earns her favor, a silent ripple of admiration among all she encounters. In the opulent Susa palace, women's chambers hum with soft silk rustles and hushed whispers, a prelude to royal preparation. For 12 months, the air hangs heavy with exotic myrrh and spices as women endure their beauty rituals. Amidst the preparations, I maintain a quiet dignity, my resolve unwavering despite the opulent surroundings. I choose only Haggai's counsel, a testament to my discernment and an unyielding lack of vanity. Esther, cloaked in quiet dignity, steps into Xerxes' chambers, her presence commanding attention without a single word. Xerxes, seated on his throne, watches her approach, his eyes fixed with profound captivation. He is mesmerized, utterly smitten by her beauty and grace, a silent testament to her power. His gaze, usually scanning for flaws, now holds only adoration, a new emotion blossoming within him. A deep, undeniable love takes hold of Xerxes, transforming his kingly demeanor into one of utter devotion. In the opulent throne room, a grand banquet unfolds, its air thick with exotic aromas and the murmur of courtiers. Xerxes, regal in his robes, places a magnificent royal crown upon the kneeling Esther's head, a collective gasp rippling through the onlookers. Xerxes raises his hands, silencing the room. Let it be known throughout my empire, Esther is now our queen. He proclaims a holiday, as scribes hastily write and messengers prepare to depart, scrolls in hand. Crowned, Esther maintains a serene expression, her true identity as a Jewess, a closely guarded secret, even amidst the celebratory preparations. At the bustling king's gate in Susa, Morai sits, his sharp ears catching the murmur of countless conversations. Nearby, two of the king's eunuchs, Bigthana and Teresh, whisper intently, their voices a low, ominous hum. Morai's brow furrows as he discerns chilling words like assassinate and Xerxes from their hushed tones. A grave expression settles on his face, the weight of their treacherous plot now a heavy burden upon him. In the opulent queen's chambers, a tightly rolled scroll, Morai's message, lies on a velvet cushion, awaiting discovery. Queen Esther, regal and composed, reads the missive, a flicker of concern crossing her face as she absorbs its dire warning. With purpose, she dictates the urgent warning to her royal scribe, ensuring Morai's loyal act is meticulously credited. The grim investigation unfolds, conspirators apprehended, their fate sealed, as Morai's heroism is inscribed in the Book of Chronicles. Golden light bathes the opulent throne room of Susa Palace, highlighting Xerxes' regal presence before his court. Xerxes, commanding, gestures towards Haman, whose ambition radiates with palpable intensity. Xerxes' voice booms, promoting Haman to the highest rank among his officials, sealing his power. A royal decree is announced, demanding all bow before Haman, forcing obeisance from courtiers and guards. Courtiers and guards alike drop to their knees in unison, a wave of submission washing over the room. At the gate, Morai remains seated, a solitary figure of defiance, firm and unyielding amidst widespread genuflection. In his opulent, dimly lit chambers, Haman paces with a face contorted by fury, shadows dancing ominously around him. The news of Morai's defiance, coupled with the revelation of his Jewish faith, ignites a dangerous rage within Haman. He violently snatches a leather pouch, its contents clattering as he empties small, inscribed stones onto a polished table. His eyes gleam with a dark, chilling malice as he casts the lots, Purim, to seal the fate of a people. The stones scatter across the table, each one a silent harbinger of impending destruction for all Jews across the empire. A cruel, twisted smile spreads across Haman's lips, a chilling testament to his wicked satisfaction. The Susa Palace throne room glows in afternoon sun, dust motes dancing as Haman bows deeply before King Xerxes, his face a mask of false concern. Haman speaks with a cold, calculating glint in his eye. There is a certain people scattered and dispersed among the peoples. He continues, whose laws are different from those of every other people, and who do not obey the king's laws. Xerxes, regal and detached, removes his signet ring, placing it firmly in Haman's outstretched hand, sealing a grim fate. Grim-faced messengers gallop through Susa's bustling streets, their horses kicking up dust. They thunder down dusty provincial roads, carrying a chilling decree that seals countless fates. The horrifying news spreads like wildfire. On the 13th day, every Jew shall perish. Confusion grips Susa, a stunned silence preceding the storm of despair. Agonizing cries of mourning echo through the streets as the Jewish people face their doom. Morai, consumed by anguish, rips his garments with a guttural cry, the fabric tearing like his very soul. He smears sackcloth and ashes upon his skin and hair, his body racked with bitter, earth-shattering sobs, his face etched with desperate urgency. Morai dispatches a messenger, his voice raw with command. Go to Esther, tell her she must go before the king. She must plead for our people, remind her of her divine purpose. Sunlight streams into Queen Esther's opulent chambers, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Queen Esther paces, her hands clasped tightly, a visible tremor in her delicate frame. Morai, the royal messenger, stands before her, his expression resolute as he delivers a message, his voice firm. Esther's eyes, wide with apprehension, slowly narrow as she processes his words. Perhaps you were made queen for such a time as this. A subtle shift occurs within her, the fear receding, replaced by a quiet, unwavering determination. She straightens her posture, a newfound resolve hardening her gaze, declaring, "If I perish, I perish." After 3 days of fasting, Queen Esther, a vision in royal robes, steps into the inner court of Susa Palace. Her eyes, filled with a silent plea, meet the mighty gaze of Xerxes. Xerxes, captivated by her presence, extends his golden scepter, a symbol of mercy and acceptance. A wave of profound relief washes over Esther as she reaches out, her hand trembling slightly to touch its tip. In that moment, a flicker of hope ignites, transforming her fear into an unwavering courage. In the opulent banquet hall, oil lamps cast a soft glow on the lavish table as Esther, poised and regal, presides over the feast. King Xerxes laughs boisterously, while Haman, smug and self-satisfied, sips from his golden goblet, oblivious to the brewing storm. A heavy silence falls as Esther raises her hand, her eyes briefly meeting Haman's with an unspoken challenge before sweeping to Xerxes. The air crackles with tension as Esther's voice cuts through the quiet. "My king, Haman, I have another request. Would you both grace me with your presence again tomorrow for another banquet?" she asks, a subtle power in her gaze.